see it on your
Yeah, I just saw it go.
And then I've got TikTok just flipped at us, so people join from both because TikTok blocks any like gambling type of stuff.
Great.
But let's see. We'll start getting people in a sec. Okay, TikTok people are joining. What's going on, everybody? We'll get Twitter, YouTube joining pretty soon as well. All right, so we are here another day of live stream. We got Jonathan in with us today, our model master here, if you will, and cash on a heater. That's what we like to hear. Hopefully, we can help you stay on that heater today. So let's just, I guess, dive straight into it. We always look at the betting splits, but today, everybody, we're gonna switch it up because the model is officially ready to go over. So, Jonathan, which screen you want me to pull up as we start diving in? You know how the model works and why we're so excited about it.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and pull up the predictions by strength sheet that I sent over.
Am I on the right one here? Let me reload this a little bit. Is it this one?
We can start there too. It's all the same. One's organized by strength and the other is not.
Oh, I gotcha. Do you want me to toggle to the other one first?
Yeah, let's start the other one. That was filter out.
Oh, this one right here. Okay. Sorry, my computer's messing these up. All right. So let's break down what we got here.
Yeah. So what you're looking at right there is just the essentially money line picks for today based off win margin. So this MLB model is technically an expected points model, which is a unique version of something that Vegas actually uses to generate their money line picks. So you can get a Vegas expected points model. They produce data before and after the games. This one's a little bit different. The idea behind it is you basically model every single team and simulate the games. So every single one of these picks is generated by 1,000 simulations of the game, of each game, run through the neural network AI model that I generated myself from scratch. I'm not going to get into the weeds on that, but essentially the expected points model produces. Actually, could you switch to the one that has the picks? It's predictions by strength. There you go. Yeah. So the model exports something that looks like this, which is produces after 1,000 iterations, and obviously we have to check that it's normal. We can make assumptions off the Gaussian curve, meaning we can fit picks into a 99% confidence interval. So we want to leave a little bit of room for error. Obviously, when you do this, you're making assumptions. It's not necessarily bad if you understand the way that the baseball plays and the style of the game. Then you can make assumptions that are safe, which is what we're doing. You get a lower and an upper confidence interval for both the home and the away team. Then the model goes ahead and checks if those intervals overlap at all. If they don't overlap, we create what's called a margin. As that margin grows, you have a higher chance of a money line pick winning. That is simply if your 99% confidence interval does not intersect with the other team's confidence interval, then whichever is higher has the higher likelihood of winning because they have the higher likelihood of scoring more points. This is, again, an expected points model. So you see the Seattle Mariners are right at the top there with a win margin, predicted win margin of 4.384. That means that their lowest confidence interval value is 4.384 points higher than the highest confidence interval value of their opponent. So obviously very strong picks. We filter out anything that does not have an expected margin greater than 1 because no one really cares if you can't win by a point. In baseball, there's some ties, so it's got to play out, which means we're just logically we got to keep everything over 1. Had a lot of success running it for first couple days. I'd have to do the math on this quickly, but we are. I started running this last week. It's 83% on picks over one. Obviously, we're gonna once I have some time to analyze this, and picks keep going, and this keeps track of all that, and it's constantly learning and adapting. Self-learning model is the way it's set up. So, I mean, everyone is pretty familiar with ChatGPT, large language models. This is it uses a similar learning technique. Is relying on a technique called masking, which covers up values, and then it tries to replicate the data, put all the data back, all the missing values itself. It's how you connect the neurons to each other. It's how you can have hundreds of columns of data, and everything is connected to each other. Everything matters, and it takes all of those to make a prediction. But that's basically the breakdown on what's happening. But what really matters is the picks. So,
that's right. So yeah, we got some people in the comments saying, all right, so who do we have today? And Volcano, we're gonna get you taken care of right now. So as you mentioned, Mariners right now looking like a pretty nice play today.
Yeah. This is that's the highest expected points value for margin that we've had actually that I've seen since I started running this. So definitely strong.
Yeah. So if we go, let's see. We'll switch back over to the game lines, and we'll just show you guys. Here are betting splits, and then we'll take a look at what the model thinks of that game too. So Rays Yankees, as we can see, line movement going in favor of the Yankees. Bets and money are in favor of the Yankees, and then when we go and take a look, Yankees got a pretty nice expected point margin from the model as well, winning by 3.22 points today. So Yankees, for a reason, made our 3-team money line parlay here as well today. And then if you guys have specific games you want us to cover too, we'll break it down individually, but just going through the whole slate. What Astros White Sox did not get a prediction from the model, correct?
Correct. So the margin on that one was particularly small. Pull that up right now. Astros and White Sox. Yeah, so confidence interval overlapped for about 50% of the interval. So not a safe pick.
Yeah.
We're trying to avoid those. So far, avoiding picks like that has saved a lot of plays. So we're going to continue to avoid picks like that.
Definitely. And so we got a question. Yankees game today. Yep, we love the Yankees. Red Sox was a question we had, and I believe Red Sox are listed on this list as well.
They are on there. They just made the cut for the 1-over margin. I like the money line. Don't like them run line. It's a safe pick. They've been playing pretty well. The model has been enjoying. It's been enjoying the trend that they've been putting up. It's just a couple days. They had them yesterday. Loved them yesterday. They dropped a little bit today as far as expected points, but definitely a solid pick.
Let's see. And then we're getting questions on the Cubs 1.79. That would be a little bit more of a confidence pick there, correct?
Yeah, that's a nice pick on the Cubs. That range is doing particularly well. If you pull this up quick, if you're looking at wins in that 1 to 2 point range right now, we're sitting at around just over 75%. So 1 to 2 points is definitely enough for a money line pick. The strongest categories so far, I've obviously been 2 and greater, but definitely safe to bet in that 1 to 2 win margin range.
And then we got a question about the Padres. So Padres was not a game that got run today. So that would be a stay away game. If we take a look at just their betting splits, lines moved very against the Padres today. Still getting a positive split here. Just from personal opinion on this, Padres are a better team than the Pirates. But when we don't have that confidence from the model too, it means that there's something else, that keeps us to stay away from it. So Volcano there, I would not put a play on the Padres today. I do think they win, but definitely not one that I would recommend. I'm not going to, go out and try to take any pick that the model didn't like, because let's be honest, us taking a look at data on our own versus a model that has how many thousands of data points in it?
I hit 13,000, and that's just the length. So
Yeah, I will take the 13,000 plus data points over any personal opinion that I can have on a game there. So Diamondbacks was another question. I know that's on the list today. It's a lower one. I would say lean Diamondbacks there, but there's definitely better value on the slate today since this is not over a run there, if I'm correct.
yeah,
Saying.
they're just there. If you really love them and you feel a certain kind of way about them, it could be a good play, but yeah, not one that I'll be taking off this.
And then we got a question on the Giants. I know the Giants did not get run today. Is part of the Giants and Astros not getting run just from a very juiced line standpoint?
Partially juice line, partially the model actually takes into account recent gameplay, and it's a rolling average weighted based off of recency, going back 10 games. 10 games is not a random number. 10 games covers for just about every MLB team, 3 series, and pretty much a full pitching rotation. So we have it set to 10 games, but it rolls. So, they have not been playing well recently.
Yeah.
So it's going to take that into account for sure. It's also an extremely low. Both teams have extremely low expected point confidence intervals. I mean, both of them are sitting at 2 expected points. I mean, I think possibly a nerfy there, but I'd stay away from the money line.
And then we got some more comments coming in on TikTok. So people asking about the Giants, not a team the model likes. We got Cubs again. Yes, would like the Cubs today. Sitting at 1.97. What about a Giants, Mets, Astros parlay? I think that the Mets are obviously a team that we like. Giants and Astros, take it your own risk. They're the heavy favorites of the day. They're the teams that a lot of times will end up burning you. Like we've gotten burned on our 3-team money line parlay by the Giants and the Astros the past 2 days, losing to the 2 worst teams in the entire league. So it's definitely made me learn to proceed with caution as well when you're taking a team like that. Tigers is a pick that definitely recommended. And so here, if we just go down for you guys the list. Mariners is one of the top confidence plays of the day. Tigers, Yankees, Mets, Cubs, Reds, Dodgers, Royals, all projected to win by over 1 run. Red Sox right on that line. And then still liking Diamondbacks and Athletics, just not as much. There's still plays where they should win, but it's not going to have the same confidence as some of these other picks here. So really, if we highlight, what would you say about these picks right here are the pretty high confidence plays right now?
Yeah, I mean everything over 2 is going to be phenomenal.
Okay.
We're looking at right around 90% on plays over 2.
All right. So yeah, Mr. Sunshine asks, so you like the Mariners the best? And I guess I'll let you answer how and why we like the Mariners the best based off of that.
Yeah, for sure, the Mariners the best. That win margin is based on the lowest of their 99% confidence interval. So when you take 1,000 simulations of the game, which is what we're running, so ran 1,000 simulations to create a mean. We check it's normal, and then we can do a Gaussian assumption off of that. The lowest possible value in a 99% confidence interval, meaning 99% of simulations would fall above that value. Their lowest possible and the highest possible for the Texas Rangers. The highest possible for Texas Rangers is there's a 4.38 gap in expected points between the what it seems to be the highest possible value they expect to be scored for the Rangers and the lowest possible value that they'd expect to be scored for the Mariners. Makes it a very strong pick. Very strong pick, some room for error, and a great value there. I looked before we got on here. I think it was right around minus 130 Straight still a little bit juiced straight, but still a pretty good straight pick. I know I took it straight personally. I think it's going to be one of the stronger picks of the day. But I also think it has great parlay value. If you want to throw in take some juice out of like a Yankees Tigers parlay, that's a good one to toss in there if you wanted to.
Definitely. And then so our 3-team money line parlay of the day is going to be Yankees, Reds, Tigers. How are we feeling about that one for us today?
Yeah, I like it a lot. Reds have been playing really well. So they got the 1.5, but some of that is mostly from a game a couple days ago. Yeah, I think it would be higher if they have been playing as well as they've been playing recently for a full 10 games. But 1.5 is still great. Again, we're still sitting at 75% for picks in that range, and then everything over 2 speaks for itself. The Yankees have been playing well. They're home, which, believe it or not, makes a big difference in modeling. It's crazy. It's one of the most valuable statistics, especially in baseball, when it comes to park size and hitting and all that kind of stuff. So love the Yankees, and then the Tigers. The Tigers have been on an absolute heater. The model's been eating it up. They've been turning it on a little bit late, but as long as they turn it on, it really doesn't matter. It's been crushing games with the Tigers in it, and I don't think it's going to stop doing that anytime soon.
Mm-hmm. And then actually we got 2 good questions coming in from TikTok. So what early games do we like? Yankees right there. The other early slate, I would say, would be the Mets there. Astros, look, they should win, but again, it's not a team that, we feel like has much value there. So Yankees Mets is a nice, little early run that we're expecting to see. And then we got a question about Max Muncy free play. So our free play of the day was going to be Max Muncy over half a hit. Now, this is one of our positive EV plays. So we're running positive EV plays for you guys every day as well. And when we just take a look at that Max Muncy line, it was minus 125. And let's see, we posted that on FanDuel minus 125. That line on other books got all the way up into the 170s and 180s. So pretty much with positive expected value plays, guys, we're just finding you value in the market. It's like having an item on sale, but it's only on sale in one store. So why would you go to the other store to buy it? And then we always give you guys, if you don't have FanDuel for this play, a very juiced leg that will essentially hit it above 90% to parlay with it, so you can get down to our expected value plays. So that's just the reasoning for Max Muncy there. And then Jonathan, thoughts on Mariners and Texas? So we love Seattle there once again. Someone probably just joined, missed it, but if you're looking at that Mariners game, highest margin of victory is expected in that Mariners game here today.
Yeah. Yep. And I mean, I'd have to look. I don't know what the over-under is on that game, but I would say it's over 9. I mean, haven't had a ton of time to dive into our over-unders and what this expected point model is going to look like for that. I mean, it started as a money line focus, but there's a lot of potential to move this into an over-under situation. But I mean, based looking the average, the mean score for the Mariners right now is 8 runs. So
yeah, that.
We're looking, I mean, and then a 4.384 win margin. That's based on a gap in the confidence interval that we have. So a super strong money line pick, good value at minus 130. But yeah, I mean, if you wanted to slide in over 9 runs in there, I don't think that's a bad pick at all for that game. I think there could be a lot of runs.
And then we got a question, Guardians Blue Jays first 5 innings under. I wouldn't say I have much knowledge on that. Is there anything just from running the model that would stand out in that department there?
You said first 9, first 5?
First 5.
First 5. Yeah, I mean, let me look at this for a second. Yeah, I mean, what was the line was 5 runs? 5 runs?
Yeah, let's check that actually really quick.
Both of their mean scores are sitting at 2.3, actually. That's the expected points for the entire game for both of them. Um, I will say, based off the results that we've been pulling so far, um, the average actual margin for picks under one actually tends to be a little bit lower than predicted. So it is definitely it's definitely possible that that game goes under based off what the model is saying here. But this is a 9 inning model or a full game model, so you're kind of extrapolating to make that decision. But everything would point towards the under in the first 5 innings of that game.
Yeah, that's looking like -135 at 4.5 is going to be the best value there. Is that a number you say you're comfortable with?
Yeah, I think that's pretty generous. I mean, I think that I think that game is going under overall for sure. I think if you want to bet something early, a nerfy there could also be good. Only thing that worries is Cleveland can hit.
Yeah.
So I would say take the under 4.5 at 5 innings, but I wouldn't dispense units on it. Full game under is probably a better play.
Sweet. And then we got let's see, what do you think about Giants money line? Definitely, please do not just take a Giants straight money line bet with that value. That is not a smart financial play right there. Dodgers +100. We haven't really touched on the Dodgers yet today. Actually, before we get to that, would you take Mariners run line at -1.5? I think we definitely would. Again, we're expecting them to win by 4+ runs essentially, so that's a good one. And then what's good, man? Yesterday the Astros killed my parlay. I think they hurt a lot of us. But so let's go back to Dodgers +100. A game we haven't talked about, but they are still right here in that win margin of 1.359.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I think anytime you can get the Dodgers at positive odds, it's a great play in general. I would also say that the model likes it. It's safe. Yeah, I'd say there's nothing wrong with taking it. It's great value for a Dodgers pick. Yeah, definitely a good 1 unit money line play for sure.
And then we got Astros bounce back. I definitely think it is an Astros bounce back day, but we did add them to the parlay ban list in the Discord yesterday, so I will not be touching any of their value today. With that.
Yeah, I mean the White Sox did get their win for the week, so they're probably closing it down for the week.
Should be the last one that they get for a little while. And then actually, speaking of the Discord, Jonathan, I don't even know if you've gotten to use this feature yet, so we'll share the screen on this. We now have an integration of a bot where we can actually place our own wagers from it. So we'll get into that right now. It is Competibot, and anyone who's not in the Discord, this is a feature that you must take advantage of. So right now, everyone gets a free $5 in the testing phase, but we can go from here, get markets, and we're going to place our favorite money line bet of the day. So we just select our category, head over to the MLB. It's going to open a private channel for us where we can take a look at the slate. So I think we got to put a little something down on the Mariners today here. What do you think?
Yeah, I would.
That's wrong game there.
I threw a nice personal 3 units on the Mariners, but I have to have a lot of confidence in the model. As a creator, it's just the right thing to do. So.
And we're getting that -124 odds right now, actually, which is better than that -130 line that's been out around a lot today. So
yeah, sure.
Let's see, I've got 3.08 in the bounce. They just gave a little $5 testing. We will do we'll do 250 on that today from this. So technically that's like more than half my bankroll. So don't actually do that. But when we're in the little test phase here, we'll go ahead and take that. Let's see. Why is this not loading on this? Let's see. Let's recreate this. Give me MLB markets. But this bot is a way for you guys to come and place all of your bets right from the Discord with the community. It is a very cool and innovative feature that we are lucky enough to be testing for a group right now. So keep hitting the wrong game here. Oh no, Mariners. There we go. Let's see. So then you submit it, and it's gonna tell you can confirm it, and then it's gonna process and let you know that you placed your bet. Potential winnings 446 out of a 250 bet, and then here we go. We got us placed in the 250 on the Mariners here, and actually we've had our top user turn $5 into $220 off of this little test phase trial here, which is a very nice run right there for anybody. But very cool feature for all you guys. So definitely hop in the Discord, and everybody gets a free $5 from Competibot right now to get rolling with it. And we have another competition actually on Sunday starting. So tomorrow, where the winner, I think it's gonna be Sunday and last for a week. Will likely get another $50 of straight into their account to play with. So, and all that money will be ones that you can cash out as well. They're working on their withdrawals right now as we speak, actually. But definitely a nice feature on that you guys got to take advantage of. And then let's see, any last questions? Oh, Warriors or Rockets for Game 7. Do you have any opinion on a little NBA action there?
Me personally, not necessarily. I know the NBA is much more of your territory. I'd love to hear what you're thinking about that.
Yeah, it's tough actually. So this is our first Game 7 tonight. Nuggets Clippers. I've got the Nuggets at home in this one. Line's moving in favor of the Clippers, but Denver Nuggets on their home court. Nikola Jokic, I cannot go against them there. And then Warriors Rockets Game 7. This is a really interesting one. Warriors, obviously, the experience factor there is significantly higher, but I thought they'd handle business at home last night, and they just got manhandled in the fourth quarter. So we're gonna have to see what any of the betting splits kind of move into as we get going to Sunday. But Rockets are in a pretty good position right now, but it's just so hard to go against Steph and Jimmy Butler in a Game 7 situation. And with that, I think we've covered today's slate. Everyone, hop in the Discord, hop in the VIP. This model is going to be our bread and butter moving forward. So we're pumped about it, and I think it's gonna make you guys a lot of money. So we're gonna be using it definitely throughout all of MLB season, and then pretty soon we'll be rolling right back into college football, which had just tremendous results last year as well. So with that, we will see you guys next time, and hey, let's pick up some wins today.